Hey folks, SoloGamer here, and welcome to our last edition for now until they come out with some new expansions of Fortune and Glory. And we're going to play a modified game on this one, as you can see. But first, let's go over who our heroes are. Okay, our first one is Nigel Harrington. He starts in Bombay. He's this guy right here. He's a marksman. He hits in a fight on the rolls of 3, 4, 5, or 6. He may not escape from a fight. And he gains +2 fight dice against any animal enemy and +2 adventure dice on any animal test. 6 wounds, 1 defense, lore 4, agility 2, cunning 3, combat 3. We have Shelly Hargrove. She's a race car driver. She starts in Paris. There's her. And she gains +1 movement each turn, adds +2 dice to any chase test, may pay 2 glory at any time to heal a wound, except during the fight round. 4 wounds, 1 defense, 2 lore, 4 agility, 3 cunning, 3 combat. And last but not least, the quintessential hero, the flying ace Jake Zane. He starts in San Francisco. Or it is his figure, but, you know, he got a hat on this one. Don't know why. He adds +4 adventure dice during any flight test. He may spend glory instead of fortune to fly between cities. And gains +1 cunning while on an adventure with another hero. 5 wounds, 1 defense, lore 2, agility 4, cunning 2, combat 4. And you see our board here. We already have some of our treasures on the board. We have the Shadow of the Gods over there in Siberia. We have the Eyes of Illusion. They're over there in the Amazon. We have the Jar of Zeus, and that is in Serengeti. And we have the Book of Shadows, which is over there in China. We'll be playing with the major city epic events. Okay. And we're going to be playing using the Docs tokens. But this is where we're going to differ. Alright, we've played each enemy singly. I think we lost to the mob. We beat the Nazis in the Crimson Hand. Now we're playing with a special modified rule version of mine, one of each enemy. And as you can see, this is going to be a little different how we play. You set up the board like you normally would for each enemy. So we have our mob HQ in Chicago, and they have a random hideout over here in Paris. We have our Nazi secret base and our Zeppelin over here in the Ivory Coast. And then we have our dark sanctuary in Arabia. Now our villains are going to be all femme fatales for this one. We have Vanessa Love for the mob. Search 4, combat 4. Heroes in her space need 1 extra test, 1 extra success on any test. We have Angelica Hamilton from the Crimson Hand. See here, she has a search 4, combat 4. Heroes in her space treat all tests as deadly tests. That sucks. Okay, and then we have Teresa the Nazi. Search 4, combat 3. Heroes in her space are -1 defense, and allies in her space are -1 loyalty. Okay, now instead of doing the track here like you normally would, every round this track is going to move. And when it gets to 20, the game is over. And whoever has the most treasure at the end of 20 wins. Now our heroes are going to be teaming up and combining, so their combined treasure beats out those guys. So at the end of 20, if the Nazis have the most treasure, they win. Crimson Hand has the most treasure, they win. And the mob has the most treasure, they win. Now, each round that normally the villain would go, we're going to do all the villain stuff for each villain. So when we roll for a mob hideout or Crimson Hand hideout or Nazi hideout and the Zeppelin, we're going to do that each turn. Now, how we're going to do this though is, and they're going to play like they normally play and everything like that, but they can defeat each other. So let's say Vanessa went to go fight try to get a treasure somewhere here at like the Serengeti, and the Nazi one tried to get a treasure there. Well, only one of them's going to get it. Okay, so that's the way that's going to go, and if whoever gets it knocks the other one out. and they have to lay back down for a couple turns, like they normally would. Now, how are we going to base on where they go? All right. They are each going to go to the treasure closest to their secret base. Okay? And they're going to get to go. All three are going to get to go on every turn. Okay? We're just going to roll to see who goes first. Highest roll goes first. So Vanessa Love will go first. Angelica, we'd roll to see who goes first. Now, if they end up to the same place, then yeah, they're going to have to fight each other. And when a hero goes to a place with a bad guy there, and if there's more than one bad guy, they have to do a sneak test for each bad guy. Okay? And you'll see as we move along how I'm talking about. It's just a modified, fun playthrough to play with all the villains, to make it really hard, to make it really different. And yeah, it may not be tight like a normal game would be, but we can go for it for there. If you ask me, the Crimson Hand definitely has an advantage on there because they go to these treasures. But like I said, we'll see how that works, and they can attack each other. All right, and we're going to roll for them when it comes their turn to see who goes first. All right, so let's start with Nigel here. All right, we're going to start with him. He rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's going to go try to get the Book of Shadows. And then Shelly here, she rolls a 1. Well, that's terrible. So she'll go out here and we will get an event card for her. And this is Blizzard. Okay. And then we have Jake. He rolls a 5. So let's get him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's going to, of course, try to explore there. So let's see if he does. And he does. He finds the treasure over at the jungle. So they're going to go. Okay, so Nigel's here. He's at the Book of Shadows. It takes 5 tests. So let's start. Alright, quicksand. He has, let's see if that thing's in a jungle. That is not in a jungle. So he has to... You stumbled into quicksand. Get free before you sink. He has to do an agility. He only has 2 agility. That's not that good. He's got to get a 5. Oh, he failed. Alright. If this test is failed, do not flip to the cliffhanger. Instead, discard an ally that is with you and start the test again. If you fail and have no allies with you, flip to the cliffhanger as normal. Okay, so that's what he's going to do. Shelly gets to roll to see if anything happens. Nope. And we have Jake. Alright, he's at the Eyes of Illusion. After each danger, roll a dice 6. On a roll of 1 or 2, do not gain progress toward collecting the artifact. And he has Femme Fatale. Alright, draw a random female villain, add them to the adventure. We've already done that, so we'll just go to the next one. Alright, so let's see what we have here. We have underwater diving. Your search has led you to the water. Suit up in your heavy-duty diving suit and descend into the dark depths below the surface. Cunning of 5. He has to get 2. He has 2 cunning. Yeah. Okay, he failed that one. So we're not off to a good start. Okay, now it's the villain's turn, and let's roll for the villains. Now, we roll for Vanessa. She rolls a 1. We roll for Angelica. And then we roll for Teresa. So Angelica will be going first this round. As you notice, their base is here. And she's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. She's going to go to the Serengeti. Okay, we're going to do their movement first. Then we'll do the villain event. And then we'll do what they have to do. Now, she's going to go. So let's do the villain event. This card plays on a random villain in play. Well, since she got the first roll, she gets the +1 search. Okay. Now let's roll for all their powers. And we'll start with the Order of the Crimson Hand. Okay. We rolled a 1. Okay, so no Crimson Hand alchemy comes on the board. Now let's do the Nazis. We rolled a 2. Nope, we don't do that. And let's see where the Zeppelin's going to go. It's going to try to go to Egypt. And it shouldn't have a problem making that. No. Alright, so we put a Nazi soldier there. And now the mob. No, we do not put a mob. So we got lucky pretty good on those. Okay, so Nazi was the next one. And their secret base is here. And that's 2, 3, 1, 2. So the Nazi is going to go here because they're close there. So we have those there. And we have the mob. I guess the closest one would be the Amazon jungle. Okay. Alright. So, now that we got that figured out. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I did that wrong. Let's take these off. The mob and the Nazis are going to roll next turn to see who goes. Okay? So that's how that works. Okay, so she moved. That's their turn. Now it's back our turn again. Okay, we start with Nigel again. He got a 4, so nothing. Shelly, she rolls another 1. Damn it. You gonna freaking do something here, lady? She goes over here. She gets another event. Play to cancel an event card, reveal an event. Alright, and we rolled for movement for Jake Zane. He rolls a 4. Okay, so let's start with Nigel. He's over your head. He has to either do a lore or cunning, and his lore is better. So let's do a lore test. And he does not get any successes, so he will exert. Nope. Alright. Let me exert again. Okay, that time he got it. So he finally got this. So he gains 2 glory. And you know what? He's going to press on. And he goes to here, this deadly trap. And he's going to try his cunning here. He has a cunning of 3. Alright, got 1 5. And he got another 5. So he beat this one. So he gets some 4 glory. Okay. So we got that. And we forgot to do this. So this is there. Okay, so his next test, he's going to keep pressing on. Perilous Bridge. He has an agility of 2. Yeah. And he got it, 2 4s. So he beat that one. Alright. That one's only worth 1 glory. So that's 3 successes. Alright. And he will press on. And we have Dark Ritual. And he's got a lore. And he will do that lore. He has 4. Alright, so he passed that with 2 6s. So he's just breezing on through. Okay. And here's his last test. Horse chase. Okay, animal, and he gets +2. Let's see, agility or cunning. Well, he's got a 3 cunning, so let him have a... Alright. So he gets +2 because it's an animal test. And he needs to get a 4. 3 4s. Okay, he got 1 2 4s. Alright, he got that. So he gains 2 more glory. He got the horse chase. He got the treasure. So let's gain the treasure. The Book of Shadows. And he gains 5 glory when collecting this artifact. So he's going to gain 5 more glory. Wow, so he made out pretty good. Alright. Okay, let's roll for Shelly and see if she gets anything. Ah, okay. All right. And then let's roll for Jake Zane, and he's at his shark attack. And he has to do combat and cunning. Roll 2 dice 6. The roll is less than or equal to your combined skill. The test is passed. 5. 6. He passed it. Okay. So he gets 3 glory for passing that. 1 success. And he's going to press on. And he has stowaway on a Zeppelin. And he has cunning of 2. I don't know. His cunning of 2 is not that good. Let's fight a Nazi enemy. Okay, well, that's not what we want. She's already there. Infantry. Here we go. Wow. Fight dice. Okay, he's got a combat. Okay, he got a combat of 4. They have combat of 4. But he can escape with the 4 agility, so he's going to try to escape. Ah, screw it. Let's fight. Okay, so he got 1, 2, 3 hits. And they have a defense of 1. And they got 1 hit. He has a defense of 1. So, all he needs to do is 1 more hit on him. Ah, crap. But they didn't wound him. So let's keep going. Shoot. They wounded him that time. Okay. Okay, he finally wounded them. He got wounded twice. So he takes 2 more wounds, but he beat them. Okay, so he beat the elite Nazi soldiers. Of course, he gains 5 glory for that. Alright, and he has 1 more test to do. Where's he? Let's see, he is at the red. Oh, yeah, he has to roll a 1 or 2. Roll board 6. That's for last time 3. Okay, so there's 1 more test he has to do, and this is Deadly Trap. This is a lore or cunning, and he's going to try to use his cunning. Oh, and he passed it with 2 6s. So let's see if this counts towards it. Yep. So he gains 4 more glory. And now he gets the Eyes of Illusion. Okay. So he has the Eyes of Illusion. Okay. And that is their turn. So let's get a villain event card here, and it says roll once on the Vile Organization's tactics chart, move the villain track 1 step forward. Okay, so we move the villain track 1 step forward, and then we're going to move it again for it to be the next turn. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. And now each Vile Organization is going to get to roll on their chart. But we'll do that when we come back. And then we'll also do our villain stuff. So, SoloGamer signing off saying see you then.